Hello guys, Bob in my Hubble studio apartment, and I know I said every single time for people who don't know who I am, I usually say Tar Heel Bob. Not wearing my Tar Heel cap today, but anyway, I was going to cover a couple of things. In my last video, I talked a little bit about depression and bipolar. In my last vlog, doing a little better. You know, I'm on my Wellbutrin. It seems to be kicking in. I'm doing a little bit better. You can see back here with my bike. Right now I'm having to pedal. I'm waiting for one tool. Only one tool, guys. And I ordered that, and I have to wait now 3 weeks to a month before I get that. I'm like, all for the sake of me getting it for like $7.95 versus me buying it here in Charlotte for like $19.95. Now I got to sit and wait. Anyway, today I got on my bike, rode up to the bus, went over to work at Club Demonstration Services at Costco. Got there and got myself started and noticed a new girl that I met yesterday at work. And we eyeballed each other. Kind of cute girl. I don't know how old she is. I'd put her in her upper 20s, probably about 27, 28, you know, about in that area. Probably almost knocking on 30. I wouldn't say she's that old, but close to it. It's hard for me to tell if the lady's her age, because at my age now, I kind of look at them, I'm like, they look like they're 20 and they could be 35, so, you know. But anyway, I'll tell you my frustration. I mean, obviously the girl likes me. She went on break and came over to talk to me while I was standing there with my cart demoing milk. Trying to get people to buy the milk that I was demoing. She comes over there talking to me and actually walks all the way around the other side of the cart, standing right beside me. Hey, if that's not telling me the girl's interested, nothing is. Well, I always do this. I don't know why, but I was curious about her. So I just asked, what do you do besides this? And she goes, oh, I'm in marketing. I also do some accounting, and I do Uber, I think they call it. You know, where you drive around and pick up people. And I said, wow, you're a busy lady. And she said, yeah. She said, you know, I just have to get out there and make a lot of money. She goes, well, what do you do? And I said, well, this is pretty much it. I'm semi-retired. Well, I think that interested her when I said that. You know, I could see it in her eyes. You know, she's kind of looking at me. I don't think that really mattered all that much to her. I think she's more interested in the fact that I'm a man and she's a woman. Okay, I mean, she's here in Charlotte. She's basically by herself. She probably has a few friends. But it's kind of scary because she's from Pennsylvania. She's here trying to make a go of it. And she said she's going to stay here 1 year. And I was kind of grinning. I was going, yeah, you know, she's testing the waters, being on her own. And, you know, guys, it's so tempting. You know, I'm not a young man by no means, but it's so tempting. You know, a young lady, and, you know, it's freshness. You know, it's the youth. And, you know, I'll tell you a little secret here. My uncle is 95, going to be 96 this year. He will tell you straight up the reason why he lived as long as he did was dating younger women. And he did. I mean, when he was in his 60s, he had girls coming to see him in their 20s. You know, so I mean, that's what I'm talking about. But the problem that I have right now, guys, and I'll share this with you, I've been diagnosed with about everything under the sun. I'm serious, everything under the sun. Started out with depression, and then major depressive disorder. That's about as far as you can go with that one. And then bipolar 1, ADHD, and I would put that as severe ADHD. And then from there it was bipolar 2, and then bipolar 1, which I'm at now. So, I mean, you know, it's kind of like I've been diagnosed with about everything under the sun. On top of that, I do have arthritis. It's aggravating, but it's not severe. I mean, trust me, I've seen people that can't even move. I do pretty well, but I'm just not as spry as I used to be. Um, and where I live in a place for the disabled and senior citizens through the Charlotte Housing Authority, so I get subsidized housing. In other words, it's a scale of 30% of your income. So I can work part-time, still have money to buy clothes, go out and have a brewski, pay for my internet, stuff like that, go buy clothes. But I mean, I'm not rich by no means. But I mean, for a young lady, I can understand her standpoint of seeing a man like me that I would be in my own place. I'm not riding a bicycle. Uh, so, in other words, I've been in life, and now I'm at that experience level. And that's, to me, that's what a young girl's looking for when she actually sees a man. It intrigues the girl. But when you bust through that intrigueness, she just goes walking off. She goes somewhere else. And that goes for as far as I'm concerned with all women. All women. They expect a man my age to be at a specific place in life. I'm not really at that place. Sometimes I think about it. BJ's is opening up across the street, and thought about putting an application in and start, getting back out there doing that 40-hour a week again. But I just don't know. With everything going on with me right now, it's hard enough for me to work part-time. But I mean, does that mean that I'll never be able to have a woman in my life? I won't be able to at least go out and do anything with a woman? Except for the fact that I tell them the truth, they go running as fast as they can. So I just thought I'd share that, throw it out. I get this one. I think I might get 8 or 9 views. I'm hoping. I think my other videos usually get about 7, 8. Some get 9. And I think a lot of it is that, I don't promote my videos. I just basically do my vlogs. Anybody wants to listen to them, they can. And that's just what's going on in my head today. It's been one of those bizarre, frustrating days. And I'll tell you that briefly and then end this. So I get up this morning. Everything's fine. I just get off work. The lady in question I was talking about, I was sitting there, and she's kind of new, asking a lot of questions, and I'm like thinking, man, girl, you're cute. I got to get out of here. Being in Costco, and I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to come back and drink my brewski. So I go to hop on my bicycle, and my seat goes like this. And to a man, that's not a good sign, because this point is right in my balls. I mean, it's just pushing on my balls while I'm trying to ride the bike. And I'm like, so I got it down to the rail, our little Lynx rail, whatever. Put my bike on it, get uptown, and I want to put my bike on the elevator going down to the bus terminal. The elevator is not working. They've got 4 flights of stairs. And I said, oh, hell no. I'm not taking my bike down 4 flights of damn stairs. So I take my bike all the way down to the next station stop. Go across, ride all the way back down the parking lot, down to the station. All the time, having my balls, getting a good workout at the top of that saddle that was like this. Now, this is a different saddle I have on now. I like that one better. So, I get on the bus, I get off, and that's where I got my brewski, and rode it back over to where I live with my balls now all the way. To be honest with you, I'm not going to show you, but basically it's all the way up my stomach now, and I'm trying to push them down. I mean, that was excruciating. So I got here and started laughing about it, because I said, boy, it's been an interesting day today. I will say this though, guys. A good day is a day when you wake up breathing. Breathing. Okay, quickly, sleep deprivation, I'll let you go. I've got chronic sleep deprivation. I just can't seem to get a good night's sleep. Now, I haven't gotten a good night's sleep in the last 2 years. And it's getting worse and worse. It's getting to the point that I space out a lot. Dang, I come in here, I think there's something in here that's bothering my nose. But I'll come in here and I'll space out. At work, I get really kind of like this, you know. I just want to nod out all the time. And it's affecting me, it really is. And basically, doctors have tested me. You know, there's nothing that they're really find. Some say caffeine. I backed off my caffeine some, but don't seem to be helping at all. Last night I took a Flexeril, muscle relaxer, along with antihistamine like Benadryl, and it knocked me out pretty good. But I was still up and down all night long, you know. And I'll get up sometimes and I'll just put my head, my thing right here, and I'm just going like this, and it's like to no avail. So I mean, what I used to do, and I'm trying to stop myself from doing it. Okay, and I did really good today. Generally, when I'm at this state, what I want to do is I'm going to get a Monster drink or a Red Bull or both. If I told you the amount of caffeine that I have floated in my body, it would blow your mind. I mean, literally, I was at a point that I drank 8 cups of coffee in the morning with 4 or 5 cigarettes. I would get a Red Bull, and then later on I'd drink 2 Monster drinks. I had caffeine pills, and on top of that, these little 5-hour energy things. I will tell you what, I was pumping my body with that caffeine. But guess what? I was alert. I was able to think straight. I was able to perform my job. There wasn't any of this nodding off stuff all the time. But I knew that I had to get away from caffeine. I had to make peace with that, because that's going to end up giving me a stroke, a heart attack, or both. So I backed off my caffeine tremendously from what I was doing. But I've had to pay the piper. You know, if that caffeine is just causing me to kind of, you know, dropping my head all the time. I mean, I'll do that here. Sometimes I'll sit back in the chair and I'll just nod off like this and kind of open my head, lift my head up and look at the time, and it's been like an hour and a half. I just sit there like that. So, fellow sleep deprivation folks, go ahead and I might start a sleep deprivation club, especially with Heath Ledger and Michael Jackson. If you didn't know that, Michael Jackson did have a sleep deprivation disorder. That's the reason why he died, to be perfectly frank with you. You can blame it on everybody else, but he just wanted to get some sleep. A lot of us out there go down that road. Heath Ledger, I think, of all people, I understand exactly where his head's at. It gets so frustrating after a while. You just want to do anything to get a night's sleep. And sometimes you tend to go too far, or you just feel like you just can't live anymore, and you did the suicidal thing. Heath Ledger, I don't think, really committed suicide. I think he just wanted to sleep so bad he took a little bit too much and never woke back up. So he got his piece of sleeping. It's just forever now. But I thought I would kind of run that by you. I see it's 14:24. It's getting a little bit long. The average view time of my videos are about 30 seconds to a minute, I believe. So I need to start going back to that and making that very clear. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Appreciate you listening.